Good morning. It's Wednesday, July 12th. I will be joined by Tisha. Here she is.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tisha.
Hello.
I didn't have my ears on. Are you with me?
I know I should have probably grabbed my headphones.
How are you this morning?
Um, I had a horrible night's sleep last night, so
No.
yeah, I am. I only got a couple hours, but I'm
Are
here.
are you are you still using a little THC assistance now and then?
I don't have any more, so
Oh. So,
yeah.
okay. Well, um, because Twitch because Twitch doesn't really want us talking a lot about um, such things without marking the stream um, about that topic, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. But good morning. Um, I I had a good night's sleep.
I'm
But
glad one of us did.
not by assistance either. Like just a good night's sleep. um, I know I have my knee. Good morning, Liz. My left knee, it has bothered me for years and years, and it bothers me at night sometimes. It's like if the leg is at just the right angle through the as I fall asleep, I wake up. It hurts, and
Mm-hmm.
um, that's about the only thing that wakes me up these days. Good morning, Duck. Good morning. Good morning. Um, Let me turn my front light on. It's a little gloomy today. We're gonna get some rain, which is good.
I have horrible lighting in this bedroom, so I have this little it's not a selfie light, but it's like a
Mm-hmm.
little, it's not a ring light, but it's just this thing that snaps on top of my computer to give
Yeah.
me light, but it shines like right in my eyeballs.
Well, so I pay for non-glare coating. You can still see like my ring light. You can see it, but it doesn't create a huge shining glare. I pay for that extra, and while I love it for doing camera work, I hate it otherwise because that coating makes it hard to keep your glasses clean.
I because my left eye is so bad and the prescription is so like ridiculous, I can't even get anti-glare on my lenses.
Really?
Yeah.
Liz says, I thought non glare was so that you don't see glare. It works both ways, but it does. Like, I don't even think I have a pair of non glare glasses in the house, but if I put other kinds of glasses on, see what's happening with Tisha. Like, um,
Yeah.
you just can't even see my eyeballs. There's so much glare from the light.
Yeah, it's super annoying.
Yeah. I and I can't wear um contacts or anything like that. It doesn't
Yep.
not
I can't.
doggone
Again,
it.
because of my left eye, I can't do contacts.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Uh Today George is on kitty cat Prozac. This is, well, he went to the vet on Monday. I actually forgot his dose yesterday. By the time I remembered, I decided to just wait until this morning. Otherwise, I won't be in a good rhythm. So he just had his second dose of kitty cat Prozac. And then,
Does that seem to be calming the licking down?
well, they said it's just like us humans. It takes a month to really know that you're seeing a result. Do you like my temporary tattoo?
I do.
I don't know what got into me yesterday, but I
Did
just
you doodle that yourself?
no. It's one of those applied
Oh,
tattoos.
okay.
Um, I am okay. So first thing I did when I woke up this morning, um, I signed up for Elizabeth Goddard's Low Ticket Live. Have you been
I've been
seeing?
seeing emails about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, Elizabeth Goddard is, um, she teaches online marketing. She's super cute. She's super personable with the things that she does. I like that so much. Um, and I was resisting. I deleted all of those emails about Low Ticket Live, one right after another. But today she got me. Persistence. Y'all, persistence when you are mailing your offers. Don't ever think, oh, I'm emailing too much. But one of the things that I just appreciated, now I went for, it ended up being the $97 offer.
Mm-hmm.
Low Ticket Live Ultimate Play Pass. But whether or not I went for that, I think I still would have gotten the podcast feed.
Yeah.
So I'm digging that. Because I'm probably not going to listen to these sessions.
Oh,
Um,
so this is like a summit.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I haven't. I just opened the email she sent today. I haven't opened any other ones.
I am, I am trying to get signed into her Teachable account.
So $97, is that so you get replays to all of the speakers?
Yeah, it includes a bunch of things.
Okay.
This people who use Teachable, mm, mm, this is one of those issues.
Where you have 8,000 freaking logins and you don't know which one is which.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I hate Teachable.
the emails came out in the wrong order. Or no, I probably opened them in the wrong order. Now I'm in. But I got access to all the replays.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I also got like some Lizzie cash. For spending on others things. I got a training. I got a bunch of different things. It was a good offer. It was just a dang good offer. Yeah.
I only know a couple of her speakers.
That's what appeals to me, I think,
Yeah.
is being able to listen to a bunch of different viewpoints.
Yeah, most of these people I've never even heard of.
Um, but I am in there now. But so the podcast feed, um, I don't have to go watch the replays. I can listen to the replays. Um, you clicked a link, you selected your I selected Apple Podcasts, and
Uh-huh.
now all of the sessions are right here in my podcast app, so I can listen to them, you know, as I wish. I
That's
like that.
cool.
I like that. I like because the podcast app automatically shows you how many minutes a session is.
Hmm.
So I can say, all right, yeah, I'm on 15 minutes is the perfect episode. 23 minutes. Yep, I got time for that. I'm excited about that. It'll help me consume it. Liz says I left Teachable for Thrivecart much happier. It's it's the frustration is when one of the reasons it took so long for me to leave a member is that people only ever had to remember one login. Like your your purchases, your 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 training access, your help desk, all one place. Like now, um, Thrivecart has given me that experience, but that was a long time coming. There's so many other tools out there that it just doesn't work like that. So, um, I'm trying not to jump straight into the very thing I most want to talk about. Um, but that is um, we when we were voxering last night, um, the the subject of mindset notes came up. Well, no, let's back all the way up. Yesterday during the Me Skills session, you are always so willing to step up and be coached. And you were talking about how you really wanted to move forward with your body positive fairy godmother offer, but you
Yes.
just keep holding yourself back. And I had a glimmer of an idea that I wrote down and messaged you later. I said, what if your offer to make them a video included a gift that you mailed them? What if you um, had a silicone bracelet that you mailed to them? And you got excited about that, um, which, I always choose black because I'm a black, black just is my vibe. But they have all colors. And I really do recommend the thin bracelet. The
That's
thick
the one I was
bracelets
looking
are
at.
annoying. But yeah, so we want to. Have you thought any more about what you might put on a bracelet?
No, I haven't had the time to.
Um,
Like the ones that I shared with you, they were just too long. So I need to just keep jotting things down that come to me. But with a couple projects I'm working on this week, my time is pretty well spent on that.
mm-hmm. um, well, if we let's devote a little time to it right now. But so body positive, um, it could be I am body positive. Um, it could be it's none of your business.
My body, my rules.
mm. Um,
Um,
Liz says
Another
this
one.
is a good exercise for copy.ai.
Um,
Let's try it, Liz. Let's try it.
Kelly, will you share your screen?
Yeah. Yeah, let me get it set up.
Another one that I liked was "My body is not up for discussion." There was several.
If I were a better, more organized streamer, I would set up some some views um, that were easier to move from one to another. I crack myself up when I'm sliding things around. Okay. All right, we're going to go to chat. We're going to say, I want to make a bracelet with no more than 5 words on it. Each option is, just say, the topic is body positivity. Give me 10 options. Let's just start there. I'll click improve. I always like to click improve. That's my favorite part of. Begin by brainstorming words and phrases. Select 10 of the most impactful. Write a brief description. Jesus Christ. Love your beautiful self. Be your own kindness. Embrace every curve. Confidently me. Body, mind, soul, love. Unapologetically flawed. Radiate self acceptance. Embrace your inner beauty. Proudly body positive. Love your body. Love yourself. God. Shazam. Jesus
Love your
H.
body, love yourself. I like that. We scroll back up. There was another one towards the top I liked.
Be your own kindness. I I like that one a lot. Um,
I like embrace every curve.
mhm.
Those are some good ones.
They are. This, Liz, thank you for reminding us about Copy AI
Yes.
and listen, this is the case for Copy AI over Chatty. That damn improve button
Yep.
blows my mind every time. Like the time saved by that click. Um, you like, I like unapologetically. I don't like flawed.
Yeah.
Um,
I like imperfectly perfect. That's one that I came up with on my own.
yeah.
But that's not, I want something specific to like body image.
Whatever, like where it says, I would shift it to be about the wearer. So, um,
Mm-hmm.
love your beautiful self would become loving my beautiful self. Be
Yeah.
your own kindness would be being my own kindness.
Yeah.
Embracing all my curves I would just shift it, each one of them,
Yeah,
to be
that makes sense.
about me. The the
Yeah,
the point of a bracelet is not for others, it's for me. It's
right.
what if it were easy is my reminder to stop overthinking. Um, yeah, this is great.
Is the shipping pretty quick from that site that you told me?
It is. I
Okay.
just I just had to order. I had to order more of these because I only have three left, and one of them is yours. Do you still have one of these? Do you want me to mail you
I
another one?
do. No, I want to save it
Okay.
for when you do your other one.
You want me to send you the I do what I want?
Yes.
That one, let me see. I ordered that. No, that's last night's order. On on June 27th, I ordered I do what I want, and it's going to be here. Oh, it says it's in my mailbox. It's been here since the 8th.
Oh, wow. So that is really quick
It's
shipping.
I don't check my the mailbox is like 15 steps away from the door. I still don't go check it very often. So yeah, that's really fast. um,
So I
so
need to nail down a phrase, get it ordered, because that's going to go with when I release the personalized body positive messages.
yeah, I'm making a note that you want the I do what I want. Yeah, so think about the fact that the videos, the body positive videos,
Mm-hmm.
you're saying to them, honey, go for it. Here's all the permission and blessing and fairy godmother um, blessing you ever need to go forth and be yourself, take up space, do the thing, stop waiting, let your uniqueness.
Permission to take up space. You said up to like 5 words is good
Hmm.
for a bracelet.
Yeah.
That's five.
The I like I have had a personal vibe with the
Uh huh.
unapologetic, unapologetically me, something you know, but here's
Unapologetically taking up space
that would be too long because unapologetically is a long word.
is a long word. Unapologetically loving my body, unapologetically loving my curves.
I also well, keep at it, keep at it, keep at it.
So I want to make a commitment to continue brainstorming a phrase and to nail in something, to choose, my phrase by Monday, um, and get them ordered like on Monday. So that means this weekend I'm gonna have to do some brainstorming. And of course, I will ask your opinion before I order because I like your feedback. Loving my beautiful self.
It's the same thing. It just
Oh,
generated a
okay.
tight little list. I'm going to email it to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this if there is if there's a reason I love Copy AI, it's that improve prompt. That is that is so worth the price I've paid for Copy.ai. Okay, so the other thing that we wanted to talk about, you found you found my mindset notes in your in your closet clean out. Hey, let's talk about that closet clean out. What'd you find in the closet?
I found my VIP day with you notes from, I think we did that in 2019. So we're talking 4 years, and I thought they were gone. But I knew that if there was any chance that I had them, they would be in that closet.
I was very positive that you had it because you hold on to things so much more than I do.
Oh, I do.
Um, but here's what would have been different is that I would have taken all that paper because what we did at a VIP day was we put giant sticky notes on the wall and used other sticky notes to build out the offer funnel to plan out a banner message. And so, we she folded that up and she took it home in her suitcase. When I get home with notes, I quickly move from those paper notes. I merge them into a Trello board. And whatever tool you use to organize yourself, I get it off of the paper and I get it into Trello. I I process it a little bit in my head and organize it in a Trello board. Then I throw the paper away. Because yeah, there's
Well,
very little paper in my house.
I am happy to say that I decluttered that closet. I mean, it took me that Friday, yes, last week when I was live streaming, it took that time plus like off and on the rest of that day and then part of Saturday. But I like got rid of so much stuff, but there's still a lot of stuff in that closet. But I recycled so many papers. I found stuff, papers from back like when Alice did her keep it super simple kiss. She did some like training thing about that or something. I had like that stuff printed out and I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this even moved with me from Michigan to out here."
I there's a couple of things next month in August at Me Skills. I'm going to be doing a session about minimalism skills. I it's an Me Skills is here to be an invitation. I believe minimalism skills are valuable. I know I'm not going to convert everyone into a minimalist. Um, you know, But if I can help somebody lighten up their space just a little bit, I think that lightens up their brain just a little bit. Um, the
Well, I need you to have a chat with my man because so the other problem is he's a pack rat too.
Yeah.
So I actually there was some baby pictures of Caleb, like our first pictures, Caleb and I, um, so I snapped pictures of all of them and put the other ones in the trash because I would rather have the memory, on
Yeah.
my phone that I can view. He freaking took that stuff out of the trash and he was like, "You cannot throw that stuff away." He's like, "I won't let you." So that was, I was like, ugh, that's kind of defeating the purpose of what I'm trying to do. But
Well,
he didn't see everything else I got rid of. So,
when it comes to pictures, I think convincing a a keeper to let go of it is demonstrating that um that it is kept, you know.
yeah.
um I got like a hair in my eye. I had a box of childhood pictures that my mother sent to me.
Gary,
um
you're hitting my computer, buddy.
One of the times that she moved, and I just scanned them all in. And they're in Dropbox,
Mm-hmm.
so they're
Yep.
safe. You know, a keeper might need to have demonstrated to them, here, see, they're safe. You know, they're not just on my phone. They're in Dropbox. They're safe. Um,
Yep.
Another step might even be to open up Canva and create some photo montages that honor the photos,
Oh, I like that idea.
so that they see, like, look, they're not lost. They're honored. They're kept. They're honored. Um, the that that Making a note about that. Kept and honored, because I think that is one of the reasons that some people just can't even begin to let themselves have a conversation about minimalism, because they
Yeah.
think if they let go of that picture of their grandparent, they're not honoring that grandparent.
Right.
But I have a photo of my dad. It's in my closet. It is in a frame in my closet, but it has not been displayed
Mm-hmm.
um in a couple of years. Like, um it's time for that one to get scanned
Yeah.
and placed, scanned and honored in another way, because it doesn't honor him to be on the in a frame on the shelf in my closet.
Right.
um Anyways, so I'm going to be talking about minimalism at Me Skills, and I'm going to be representing ideas in order as a fresh group coaching experience in December. And so everything about how I deal with my business ideas, um, that which includes, what do you do with notes that you've taken at an event, or you know a program you've listened to, like from scritchy scratch. I'm representing that whole thing, so everyone gets a fresh opportunity to hear
Yeah, it
how.
was actually really sad to come across all the notes that I've taken at conferences or even, virtual events. And I'm like, oh, I do remember taking that note, but I never did anything with it. Like it was crazy. So I love that you're teaching what to do with the notes because what's the point? I took all those notes, had all that paper, and did nothing with any of those notes.
Yep. Yep. Oh my goodness.
Gary, no. Gary,
I
Gary,
know, I mean,
Gary, Gary.
the, Gary, be a good boy, Gary. Um, Liz, I see you. Liz says, Kelly, I'd love to be a guest on Me Skills. Not sure what I'd say. Well, Liz, what is a skill that makes your life better? That you practice it without, it's just easy for you. Or it wasn't easy for you and now it is. What is the skill that you would like to teach them? And Tish is like essential oils. I wonder if there is something in your work, aromatherapy skills. Maybe so. Anxiety and aromatics. Ooh. Think about that.
I like that.
I love me skills to kind of go all over the place with different invitations for people. Okay. So I um okay, so after we talked about the possibility of you having a bracelet gift that you send to people when you do a video for them, and you had found some mindset notes in your closet, and you said, I wish I could, I think I would like to do something like that. And I was saying, I really enjoyed Mindset Notes. Mindset Notes was a membership. People paid $5 a month. I sent them a note and a couple of stickers every month, and it lasted for about 3 years. Mini memberships like that, micro continuity memberships is what we call it. Um, like, I put a lot of people into that membership when it launched.
Yeah.
Um, and then over the course of 3 years, it slowly peters off as people start to ask themselves, am I using this? You know, um, a lot of people close to me would message me and say, I'm ashamed I haven't opened up your envelope this month. And they're like, well, because I know I want to read it and think about it. So I'm waiting for the right time. But then if you're 2 3 months go by and you're not making the right time to open it, like you go,
Yeah.
maybe it's just not for me. And so some people decide to unsubscribe, and some people, the card that they used to subscribe expired and they just didn't go re-sign up. Like,
Yeah.
anyways, over the course of 3 years, the membership slowly peters down. And the funny thing about micro continuity memberships is that there's always a big rush at the beginning, but then promoting it again, the energy is never quite the same.
Right.
Anyway, so after about 3 years, I let it go. Same thing happened with a non physical product, Image Monthly. When we launched that, we had over 500 subscribers. And then over the course of about 3 years, between 3 and 4 years, it slowly petered down until we just let it go. And that's what created the launch of White Label Perks, by the way, was we decided to take that effort and move it in another direction. Um, But anyways, I love micro continuity memberships, and I've just come to understand that they have a little lifetime. And
Right.
and I don't mind that little lifetime at all, because like Image Monthly's lifetime was $50,000 worth of income.
Dang.
Not bad, not bad.
No.
Mindset Notes wasn't as profitable because there was a physical product that happened, but
Right.
it was still profitable. I never sat
So
down and did the math on what was my profit after expenses.
so could you offer two options? Could you offer the like the physical version where like the card and the note gets mailed, and then also offer, say somebody's interested in it because they want the message but they don't want a physical card, do a virtual thing where that information is just sent to them via email or something instead of
Yeah, I'm
being
not going to
shipped.
do a physical thing again.
Yeah.
It it was fun, and I'm done. Like,
Okay.
the issue is the minimalist in me. 2 stickers per month for 3 years meant meant that there were 60 some different stickers in my closet,
Yeah.
you know. Um and I was selling them on Etsy, and that was fun. Um but there just came a point where I was just fucking done with the stuff in my closet. Um Still, the most cluttery thing I have in my closet right now are envelopes. Is
Yeah.
I still have a big supply of the envelopes I was using to mail them out. And like, I use those. I'll use them until they're gone.
Mhm.
Um the But yeah, physical products, other than like I'm putting my silicone bracelets um on
Hi,
Etsy.
Liz.
Bye, Liz.
Thanks for joining us.
I love You're her favorite, Tish. You're her favorite.
Oh, I didn't see that. Right back at you. Am I making my heart right? Is that
You
showing
are.
up?
You are. You are. The It's so funny how different people do it. Like, my I think the best heart is done with the middle finger.
Yeah. I can't
But
hold my
some people are
finger.
like, mm,
I, that's what I did, right?
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I won't do a physical project again. But anyways, what you asked last night like did spark a thought for me with me skills to I have I have all of those mindset note messages. I could create a monthly printable as opposed to a product that I'm mailing out. I could create a monthly printable to gift to my mailing list, and I could put that printable up on Etsy.
That's so funny because when we were talking about printables last night, I I must have just been so focused on the physical product that it didn't even, like, I heard you say printable, but I don't know what I was thinking, but I was assuming that we were still talking about physical product even though we weren't.
When Etsy,
A printable would be way easier.
yeah,
Etsy just makes it simple.
Etsy. So when I got rid of all my stickers, I pulled all my stickers down off of the Etsy store, and then I did add my What If It Were Easy bracelet. Um, I have not, since I did that, I have not had an order for this bracelet. I think
Yeah.
anybody who's coming to that store are people who have bought stickers before. and maybe they're coming back to try to find a sticker. And
Gotcha.
so, like, I'm not surprised that nobody has ordered that bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
But when my I do what I want bracelet gets here, I'm gonna add that. Um, I need to. I have some note card sets I need to put back up there. Um, and I used to have a listing for my card deck as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I only ever sold a couple of my card decks on Etsy. Um, the the main reason I like to the main reason I want to put the bracelets on Etsy is that I want to continue to leverage the bracelets as
Mm-hmm.
bonuses and and gifts, and I like to proclaim a value, and that value means nothing if it's not actually for sale.
Right.
And that might be bullshit, but that's kind of how I feel about it. Um,
How much are you selling this for? I can't see the price.
$6. They cost
Nice.
me two. Selling them for $6. So they cost me, it's $2 each. When I order 25, it's there,
Mm-hmm.
that boils down to $2 each. So then I sell it for $6 and I put a stamp on the envelope. Um, I'm gonna add I do what I want, and then it's time for me to fly. I'm gonna make one of those for this Stretch Yourself challenge. I'm
I like that
thinking.
one.
See, people who come to the morning show get to hear, if they watch, if they watch the replay, like the I'm thinking about the team prize this year being the It's Time for Me to Fly bracelet.
Yeah.
Um,
What are you thinking?
it's time. I just said it. The team prize would be the It's Time for Me to Fly bracelet,
Oh, duh. Sorry.
as opposed to giving them as opposed to coming up with a training just for that team and selling it.
Yeah.
I don't want to overwhelm myself with. I don't want to overwhelm myself.
Nope. What if it were easy?
What if it were easy? That's such a great question, right?
Yes.
So, if you were to come up with a printable, um, well, like, so, and this is, I told Tisha before we started, I'm like, what if I challenge you? Or was it last night? What if I
It was
challenge
last
you?
night.
What if I challenge you if we both set up a printable, um, offer an opt-in, like I'm going to send you a printable each month. And then I laughed. I'm like, I can cheat because I have a bunch.
And I said, no, that's not fair. You can't cheat.
It's so fair. It is so fair. It just is. It's all kinds of fair. Um. Yeah. So mindset notes. Hold on. Dragging from one screen to another. So mindset notes. For a while they were for a while they were cards. I have trouble dragging from one monitor to another sometimes. So like your message matters. This was one of the early cards. Your message matters. This is part watercolor, part my doodle. And then there's a letter. There's a letter that went with it. Um, and then I went to a postcard style. Why does it keep opening on the other monitor? Stop it, fucker. Gotta get annoyed by it. Worry is a waste of creativity. This
Ooh, I remember that one.
this is such a good thing for people to lean into. But yeah, if I sent them, the point is for it to be something that they could print on a regular piece of 8.5 by 11 paper.
Yeah.
And be encouraged by it. I don't know. The printables world mystifies me a little bit.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about it.
Well, the fact that people um the remember to say this every day, I love me. I like that. Like these were the ones that I did as postcards. And then I love that I could just like put the postcard up on my fridge, you know.
Yeah.
But these would easily convert into a printable poster. Um or like desktop or phone wallpaper.
Mhm.
Karen did that training on creating desktop wallpapers
Yes.
for Etsy. I don't know. I The thing is, are people if what I like about the concept is um Tracy says I would never actually print them one more piece of paper. Yeah.
Good
What
point.
about what about like phone desk what about phone wallpaper or desktop wallpaper? How would you even make use of a visual? Would you even care? Is there too much visual stuff? Like, why did the printables sell so well?
Right.
Yeah, I don't really want to create more paper in the world. That just, I just bumped up against like a personal, like as a minimalist, I don't really want to create more paper in the world.
Yeah, I didn't think of that either.
I think this is an example of a brainstorming that just goes, meh. For a second, it was fun. But now
Right.
I don't know. I think I'm done. And good morning, Tracy. I do like the idea of phone background paper. Like my granddaughter is on my phone right now. Um, but I
Aw.
I like the idea of um, a positive message paper. Paper.
See, I would never use something like that. I like having my own pictures on my phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do like. Um, I have used computer background
Mhm.
and phone background to keep something top of mind. But it's for a little while. Like it works to remind me of things for a little while.
Right.
And then I'm back to pictures of my grandchildren. Tracy says, I'm not a minimalist, but it would just get buried. Yeah. It's funny. Me, well, I have the self-love workshop that I did at Me Skills last month. I doodled a workbook to go with the replay. And two of the pages that I doodled, one says it is impossible to judge in essence, and the other one says it is impossible to love in ego. I kept the pages I doodled, and I put they're up on my wall with my heroes. I want to look at them for a while. I like that reminder. But yeah, the paper, I don't keep a lot of paper. It's amazing. This drawer holds my radical leadership binder, my live it choice binder, and it has my stretch yourself challenge stuff and my generative knowledge workshop stuff in here. I do keep those binders. It's the only paper I've ever held on to beyond taxes, because I really do like to refer back to them, and I like to remember. I just like to remember what I wrote down sometimes. Tracy says, I don't ever change my background. Currently, it's a 6-year-old picture of my kids. This is getting pretty close to a year old. This picture of Ava. It's ready for an update. But yeah, it's not, I'm not obsessive about changing it.
Mine is pretty old too. It's my engagement one. We're coming up on it'll be 2 years in December.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I need a bio break. I need to fill my cup. So
I'm going to join you in a bio break. That sounded weird. I'm going to join you. I'm going to take my own.
Bye, Tracy. Okay, Tisha,
Yes.
was it on a Wednesday morning that I told you I had started eating better for energy? Was it a Wednesday?
I think so.
And then that means today's 2 weeks. Eating better for energy.
And how's it going?
Good. There's my body has an immediate positive reaction to dropping carbs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not forever, but it had like I dropped some water weight. My body finds its equilibrium. My feet and my legs are less puffy. I get energy. This is lemon.
Ooh, I love lemon.
This is the lemoniest lemon.
Is it? I would like it.
Too good.
I'll have to look for that one.
Too good. Good save. 2 grams of sugar. Meyer lemon. 12 grams of protein. There's only 3 grams of carb. And then I add some nut granola.
Nice.
Oh.
Freaking dog hair on my lips.
But what I like how my body feels. I don't keep a scale in the house. So I don't care what it might do to my body weight.
Mm-hmm.
What else you want to talk about this morning?
Oh goodness. I don't know.
Did you do
What do
any?
you want?
Did you do any Prime shopping?
I did not. No. Did you?
I did Prime browsing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I looked, but it's easy to not shop when you don't have the money.
Mhm. um, Emmy. Um, Emmy ramen.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard about them. I found out about Emmy on TikTok.
Okay.
It's it's plant based um, ramen, high protein, low carbohydrate.
Yeah.
There are other low carbohydrate ramens I've tried before
Mm-hmm.
that they're just not. I don't know. Um,
They don't sound like they would be good.
but I tried Emmy
Mm-hmm.
and I liked it.
Oh, nice.
The texture is a little different, but it's not unpleasant. Um, so
Yeah, that just does not sound good to me at all.
the do you like to eat ramen?
I haven't had ramen in years because of how high in sodium it is.
Yeah.
But I used to love it.
This is lower in sodium. Um, Plant based, 6 grams of carbs instead of 20 something. 21 grams of protein, 28 grams of fiber. Um, they're not showing their sodium here, but it is much less in sodium.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I don't use an entire flavor packet of regular ramen. Like it's too much.
Oh, see, I loved it.
I don't I just never require that much salt.
Yeah.
But I do like the Emmy because when I am eating low carb, I miss pasta. And
There's so many. Oh, go ahead.
there's something fun about eating with chopsticks. I love to eat my ramen with chopsticks.
I have tried chopsticks. Well, I mean, it's been a long time because, like I said, I don't do ramen anymore, but I could never get the hang of chopsticks. So, do you eat your sushi with chopsticks? I can't remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that other brand of ramen was that I tried that I didn't care for. But I do like the Emmy. It is expensive though. Like one of the things about ramen is it's cheap, you know?
Oh, so cheap.
Um, so you go from paying like 25 cents a package to um, paying like $5-6 a package for something
Holy
like Emmy,
schnucks.
because you order a 6-pack for
Right.
like $40. I mean, it's not cheap,
That's crazy.
but it's got so much protein in it. It is a meal. So then
Right.
when I look at it from the perspective of it is a meal, then I don't mind the price. So you're working on kindness this week.
Yes.
Are you enjoying that topic?
The words are not flowing as easily as I thought they would. But I think I say that every time I do a writing project.
um, did you go back to the Trello board?
Yes. You haven't added anything new to the Trello board, right?
Maybe a thought or two more.
Let me go and make sure I have everything. Nope, I have all that.
Does it feel easier to be unkind than kind sometimes? Like,
And you know, like how you have all the different section. Well, you have kindness is an intentional act. It is not earned. Kindness comes from inside. Like all those different topic idea things. So I set those up as to be like oh, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
if you're trying to use those as sections, you'll probably be stumped because they're just stray ideas.
Okay, and I think that because I have it set up as those are different sections. So I think that's what is kind of causing a little block too.
um, I think we experience so much unkindness when Threads came out, when Threads opened up. Was that just last week?
It was.
When Threads opened up just last week, a bunch of people said, you know, what's really nice is you know, people, there's kindness here. People are being kind. Good morning, Moonies. George. Mooney's got you. Mooney's got you, babe. They liked. Here it is, George. He always looks at me like, really, you're gonna make me come over there? George, it's right here. He's like 12 inches away from it, looking at me like, come on, come on. Moonies wants to see you enjoy the treat, George.
George is like, I don't care, just give me that damn treat. There's George. Oh, such a cutie.
Oops. Oops. There you go.
Aww.
Thank you, Moonies. So Threads came out and everyone's like, oh, it's so positive and upbeat over here. And like, please, please, let's create this to be a space of kindness. Like, which speaks to the fact that we feel surrounded by unkindness. So then that's a great place. That's a great thing. Like, make an invitation to really stop and think about, where are you experiencing unkindness in your life? Where are you experiencing unkindness online, on social media, when you turn on the TV? Moonies, I know I'm late, but don't be mean. Don't be mean, George. Moonies, how's your day so far? I'm having my yogurt and my nut granola. Where are you experiencing unkindness in your offline life? At work, at home. Mooney said, I would say unkindness defiantly. Defiantly or definitely? They both work, right? There's some culture, like, I remember, no, I definitely experienced unkindness at home as a child. But unkindness seems too weak a word. But I remember when I was 16 and I made, friends at work. And one of those friends was Cheryl. And when I would go to her house, I was always blown away at how loud and unkind they were to one another. It was like, it was all like, kindness was so not in the culture of that home. Like, okay, let's say that this cup was left somewhere that it shouldn't have been left. If my granddaughter leaves a cup somewhere it doesn't belong, I'm going to say, hey, Ava, would you grab that cup? It doesn't go there. And she would say, oh, yeah. And she'd grab it and she'd take care of it. That's just matter of fact. It doesn't go there. In their house, it was, who the fuck left this cup here? What the hell? Everyone who doesn't know that this is not where cups go? Who left the fucking cup here? Like loud and unkind. Like, just, and so the person, it's like, well, Jesus Christ, forgive me for living. I'll move the cup, Like, ugh, everything always loud, always unkind. The culture was just over the top. And, oof. Mooney says, I grew up in a house like that. It's why I can't handle yelling at all. I just freeze up and panic. Yeah. Well, they were raised in that environment. And so they just yelled back. Nobody froze up. Everyone just yelled back, uh, but yeah, unkindness seems to be like in our culture. Like, is unkindness actually celebrated in some ways?
I like that.
This lemon is so tart. Oh my God. The nut granola has a little bit of like freeze dried strawberry. So that little tinge of sweetness hits the lemon. And it's really good that way. Mooney says, I feel like it. I think part of it is passed down from parent to child. Like my grandma yelled at my mom yelled at us, my brother yells at his kids. Yep. Yep. The unkindness in my home growing up was not, it was verbal, but it was not just verbal. It included physical abuse. It is a hard cycle to break. It is. I spanked my son when he was young. I stopped when he was 9. But when I was a teenager, 12, 13, I'm over at my sister's house, and my nephew spills a cup of milk at the kitchen table. And we're talking. My sister keeps talking, grabs a cloth and is cleaning it up, sets the milk up, refills the milk, slides it over to the child. I'm like this. What just happened? Like, because a spilled milk at the table at my house growing up was a smack and being sent to my room. Because what the fuck is wrong with you? Yep. My sister literally just didn't even say anything to the child. Didn't even say, be careful. Like, said nothing. Cleaned it up. Gave him another cup of milk. Child drinks the milk. Life goes on. I am struck dumb by the very concept that kids be kids. And little kids spill shit. Like, that's just what they do. They're not bad. They're not fucking around. They're kids. Like, what a concept. So, yeah, like, kindness is we might have grown up in a culture of unkindness in our homes, in our schools. I mean, bullying that kids are experiencing at school.
Yeah.
You know, it's a pretty serious intentional act of unkindness to bully someone. And when I was young, I didn't understand why. Why do you want to bully? Why do you want to be so unkind? What is going on? Why do you want to treat that person that way? There was a family that clearly they lived in an old home. They always smelled like old house. You know that smell?
Yes.
That old house smell. Everything smells a little musty. It's not that they were dirty. They didn't look dirty. But they smelled a little musty. Everything smelled a little musty. And oh my God, the unkindness, the things that people would say to them and about them over a musty smell. And it was interesting because there was a girl who lived on a pig farm. Her coat always smelled a little bit like pig shit, like that aroma of pig farm. And nobody gave her any shit about it because she was tall, she was blonde, she was pretty, she was popular. Nobody ever said PU. Like, no one ever made fun of her for living on a pig farm. But this other family, everyone was just kind of plain, average, like not tall, not blonde, not super thin, not super beautiful. And like it's almost like there's just this green light to fuck with them because they're just regular people. Can't fuck with Rayanne because she's tall and beautiful and blonde. I'm straying far away from the brainstorming of this content, but
no, it's helping.
Mooney says coming into school smelling like cigarettes was always something that earned me a bully or two. Yeah. So, unkindness at home, unkindness in school, unkindness in the workplace. We are surrounded by unkindness. Mooney says, luckily my workplace is pretty good. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
It's nice when I cannot finish the lemon. My tongue is like, I cannot have any more sour. Unkindness is in our culture. So the only way we're going to be able to create something different is to be counterculture.
What did you just say? The only way we're going to be able to
We're
create
the only way we're going to be able to do something different is to be counterculture.
is to be counterculture. Okay, that's what I missed. Counterculture.
Rejecting what's normal all around us. Being counterculture is to say, I know it's everywhere, but I'm going to choose something different.
I like that.
If we're going to stand up against the culture of unkindness all around us, then we have to see unkindness for what it is. It's harmful. It's when you're surrounded by unkindness, being kind has to come from inside. Because, if you walk into a room, if somebody holds the door for you, if everybody you run into in a space is kind to you, it's so easy to be kind in return. You might even think, oh gosh, this is such a kind space. I like it. But if you come into a space where somebody cuts you off, doesn't hold the door for you, steals your place in line, is rude, like if you're surrounded by unkindness, being kind has to come from inside. It has to be an intentional choice.
That's good.
I'm going to be working on some kindness, some meditation, some guided meditations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to write some short kindness meditations that people can they can be included in the resource, but they could also be recorded. Like people could record it as a guided meditation for their people to listen to.
Moonies, thank
Aww.
you. That just made me grin from ear to ear. Thank you. That's so funny. And I'm so glad that you said that because before Kelly and I jumped into, brainstorming for this writing project that I'm working on, I was thinking, oh my God, I have been so dull today. So hearing that, like, that just reassured me that I don't have dull moments.
um, that's so sweet, Moonies. um, okay, what else about kindness? Sometimes it is really hard to be kind when they've been an asshole, you know. There's something this takes us a little bit off of the beaten path. Um so um I've been doing some shadow journaling. I'm doing I don't I have some resistance to that term shadow work. But
I don't even understand what that is.
okay. So imagine imagine everything about yourself you don't want other people to know or see. So that's just the very thought of it, like, just breaks your brain right then and there. Like, everything I don't want anyone else to know or see about me. And visualize that version of you standing out in front of you. That's your shadow. That's probably the worst possible way to introduce it, but you know, um, um, I can, I can be, um, like I'm living body positive, and yet there's this part of me that's just like, you know, like, you know, um, every negative thought I have about myself that I don't really want to share with other people,
Mm-hmm.
visualize it in this in out in front of me. And so there's this, like, pretty close to, you know, like, I think there's a picture of me at my heaviest weight ever, sitting in a chair next to my granddaughter, and I fucking hate that picture because I look enormous next to this little tiny grandchild. And I cringe about it. And so I think I see a seated version of me, super big, um, and insecure, and just everything. I just visualize everything about myself I don't want other people to see or experience or even know about. And that's my shadow. Um,
Okay, that makes sense.
um, and there's, so yeah. Okay, so that's all we'll say today. Maybe we can talk more about shadows some other Wednesday. But in my shadow journaling work, one of the things that I jotted down was something that Robert Downey Jr. said during his podcast interview on The Armchair Expert, talking about his recovery of being a former alcoholic and drug abuser. Um, he said in his recovery, certain things are out of the question. For you, a drink is out of the question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Certain things are out of the question for someone who's in recovery. Taking a drink. For someone who was addicted to pills, popping a pill. Like, out of the question. Certain things are out of the question. But that's not it. He's in a monogamous happy marriage. I think he's married. Yeah, he's married. He's in a monogamous happy marriage. But he's fucking Robert Downey Jr. So you know women are like flirting with him and making all kinds of offers. It's out of the question for him to pursue a relationship outside of his marriage. It's out of the question. Certain things are out of the question. I jotted that thought down, and I've been playing with it a lot, because one of my struggles in my attempt to be sober as a compulsive overeater is there's a strange crisscross of purposes when I want something to be out of the question. But I don't want a particular food to be out of the question, because that feels like a diet. There's a weird crissy-cross there. But all right, but okay, so that bring us back to kindness. In order to be counterculture, unkindness needs to just be out of the question. Being unkind to another person is out of the question. In what situation is it okay to be unkind to another person? Moody says, I'm so positive with my friends who are plus size, but then can look at myself and be like, wow, I'm so ugly fat. Yeah, well, fat is not a dirty word in our book. So I am fat. I am so fat. But that is not a negative term. Thin and fat. These are words. But sometimes I look at my body and think, oh, I'm so gross.
Yep.
That's not the same thing as saying I'm fat. When I look in the mirror and go, oh, I'm so gross. Like, that is being unkind to myself. That's my shadow. Tracy, I love you both just the way you are. I hear your message in your voice above seeing your physical appearance. That said, I agree with Mooney's that I'm very hard. Thank you, Tracy. So unkindness, like, we just want to present it as a concept. Can you embrace that unkindness is simply out of the question? If you want to change your life, if you want to embrace the life-changing acts of kindness, then you make unkindness out of the question. You know, if you just got a cup of coffee and you're walking and somebody bumps into you and you spill hot coffee all over yourself, does that give you permission to be unkind?
No.
You might, in pain and discomfort, say something unkind. You might accidentally Like, we're human. Unkindness might happen, but you don't say, oh, it's okay that I was unkind because they just made me spill my coffee. You say, I'm so sorry. I do not like to be unkind. That I really wish I hadn't said that. I'm so sorry. You didn't deserve that. Like, I just don't want anyone to feel like we're trying to suggest that any utterance of unkindness makes us a total shitheel, because it doesn't. We're human. We have our moments. But to own it and say, I'm sorry, that was very unkind. Please accept my apology. What unkindness is just, it's out of the question. That term out of the question. The dictionary definition is too impractical or unlikely to merit discussion. It's interesting hearing it put that way. Out of the question for me is about creating a firm life boundary.
Mm-hmm.
For an alcoholic, a drink is out of the question. For a compulsive overeater, what is out of the question? As for with the eating disorder, chewing and spitting is out of the question, because that's a return to the eating disorder. But any individual food, anytime, that's one of the some sponsors in Overeaters Anonymous try to make you identify red light foods.
Yep.
And here's the thing, is just like alcoholics, in the AA book, they talk about, there being an actual physical allergy. That true alcoholics, their bodies have a different reaction to the alcohol. So in OA, people say, like, sugar or wheat or something, like, your body has a different reaction to it. It makes you crave more. So that's a red light food. So you should never have it again. I'm never going to argue with somebody for whom that feels true, and they red light it and they never have it again as if it were alcohol and it works for them. My obsession is I can remove sugar, and then I could go obsess about fucking lettuce. Like, it's not about a food for me. It's about stuffing things in my face.
Yep.
So, anyways. All right, back to kindness. Kindness.
Sorry, go ahead.
Choosing kindness as a response to unkindness in that moment, it might feel weird to respond kindly to someone who's just been unkind to you. But we're not kind to other people because they deserve it. Moonies, microtransactions is such a big addiction thing for me. I have to avoid games with them. Yeah. I had to, gamification works so well with me that I had to quit Stream Raiders. I used to play Stream Raiders, but it becomes obsessive. Grinding up that next level. And then, then they get me to pay that extra $10 in order to increase my grinding potential. Gamification works on me. But it was to no end. Like, fortunately, I reached a moment where I had given so much time and energy to it that I checked and said, wait a second, why am I feeling good about this tiny up level that adds no value to my life? And I walked away from it. That was it. I closed it, never played it again. I can do that. But I look for ways to gamify my business. How can I up level my business? How can I make something more effective over here? But yeah, you said I give myself a budget like I give myself $20 to spend on Don't Starve for new skins and such. Yeah. Don't Starve together. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Mooney's mentioned like the
transactions.
Yeah, microtransactions. Sorry, I'm so tired. My brain is not functioning at all. So I was just thinking, because we're talking about how much money can be spent on that. I've been playing this game at night when I can't sleep called Match 3D. It's just like a matching game. And they get me every freaking time when I have like 10 items to match, but I've ran out of time. And they're like, oh, it's only $1.99 to buy, 100 coins. Well, I was just looking and I spent $16.29 last week because of those freaking transactions like that. And I'm like, yeah, that's either going to stop or I'm just going to have to delete the app because I can't afford that shit to be doing that like that all the time.
Yeah, Candy Crush is like that. I haven't played Candy Crush in oh gosh, I think it's like a year and a half. But the thing is when if I do get addicted, I don't have any games on my phone. I haven't had any games on my phone for like a year and a half. But in the past, like Candy Crush owned my ass for a while. And as soon as I get that urge to spend a little bit of money, I look at what's the all access option. I look at that as soon as possible. Because let's say that they're offering you 99 cents and $2.99 microtransactions. You look and there's usually some kind of all access for a month option. I'll just go do that. And then play it all I want without being offered microtransactions for the month. It usually ends up costing me less in the long run over the microtransactions. But yeah, I don't. When Candy Crush owned my ass, I did like 300 and some levels in Candy Crush. I remember thinking, I think it was right after I had my surgery. And I was like, I couldn't do anything but sit and recover. I couldn't sit comfortably at my desk. I had to just like kick back in my recliner and do nothing. And I felt like, fuck it. If Candy Crush makes my heart happy right now, whatever, I'll do it. You know. But um uh if you're going to choose it from a desire for it, not from a compulsion. That's the difference I want to feel in my heart. Is, am I choosing it because hell yeah, I want to play the hell out of this game this month? Or am I being like controlled by their algorithm?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was genius to come up with those microtransactions because exactly. Oh, 99 cents here, $1.99 there. It didn't seem
Mhm.
like much, but when I looked, I mean, in it probably wasn't even a full week last week. It was probably like 3 days,
Yeah.
which I mean, 16 bucks is not bad, but I spent that not even realizing that that's what I had spent.
Yeah.
So, it could easily become a problem.
Yeah. Uh yeah. Moonies, you bring up Don't Starve. Like Don't Starve is such an inexpensive game to buy. Um and then the skin packs that they offer, I buy every single one, but there's not that many. You know, they release them every now and then. Um and the number of hours, like if we were to add up every dollar I've ever spent with Don't Starve together and divide it by the 4,500 plus hours I've played the game, I mean, it's still going to come down to pennies. Yeah. And the skin packs aren't required to play the game. Yep. Yep. Tisha, thank you for spending your Wednesday morning with me. Are you going to go
Thank
back
you
to
for
bed
having
now?
me. I am.
Good for you.
I'm so tired. Oh my gosh,
Good for
I'm
you.
dragging ass so bad.
Yeah, but you're gonna fall asleep with all these kindness thoughts in your head,
Uh,
and then
well,
you're
that
gonna
would be a
wake
good
up.
thing because I wake up refreshed and the ideas will just flow.
Yep, yep. I agree. Alrighty, Moonies, thank you for being here. Liz, Tracy, thank you for spending time with us today. Uh, we'll
Bye.
we'll
Thank
see.
you.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll probably will stream Don't Starve later. Bye.